Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where I'd make an Ariana Grande joke if I knew any of her songs, this is Ballot.
Yeah, thank goodness we use AI to make this show, because I got nothing. Let's hit this. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and pop star Ariana Grande reposted a message on Instagram Sunday questioning Trump voters about whether their lives have improved 250 days into his second term. The post asked if groceries have gotten cheaper, if health insurance premiums have gone down, and whether the widespread suffering of others paid off for you in the way he promised it would. The White House responded Monday through Deputy Press Secretary Kush Desai, who referenced Grande's own song titles in his statement. Save your tears, Ariana, because President Trump's actions ended Joe Biden's inflation crisis and are bringing in trillions in new investments. He even signed an executive order, just like magic, that paved the way for the FTC to crack down on Ticketmaster for ripping off Ariana Grande's concert-going fans. Get well soon, Ariana. Save your tears, just like magic. Get well soon. The only thing missing was thank you next. Now, using someone's own song catalog against them is admittedly a power move. But when those songs are being weaponized by a White House press secretary in an official statement, it does raise the question, is this the communication strategy we're going with? Because I've seen middle school comeback wars with more gravitas. The original message Grande reposted came from Matt Bernstein and asked about ICE raids, transgender rights, freedom of speech, and cost of living. Desai's response mentioned inflation and Ticketmaster, which is one way to answer a question by not answering the question at all and instead talking about concert ticket fees. Grande, who endorsed Kamala Harris during the 2024 election, has been vocal about her concerns with the administration. After Trump was elected, she posted that she was holding the hand of every person who is feeling the immeasurable heaviness of this outcome today. The White House told her to save her tears. So at least we know the executive branch is keeping up with top 40 radio between policy decisions. President Trump shared a video on Sunday promoting the medical benefits of cannabis for seniors, which is interesting timing considering he's 79 years old and dealing with chronic venous insufficiency, a mysterious hand bruise, and what some observers have called occasional mental gaffes. The video, posted to Truth Social, was produced by the Commonwealth Project, a Massachusetts organization that advocates for medical cannabis care for seniors. The narrator discusses how older adults struggle with pain, inflammation, cognitive decline, and other ailments of aging. Then argues that CBD can restore the endocannabinoid system with benefits like reduced pain, better sleep, and lower stress. When the system is restored, disease progression can slow down and years are added to your life, the narrator claims, which sounds great, except there's a notable lack of scientific information backing up these sweeping promises. The Daily Beast reached out to the White House to ask whether Trump personally uses CBD, which is a reasonable question, given that he's promoting it and he has several health conditions that supposedly benefit from it. Images of Trump's face appearing to sag on the right side in September set off speculation that he may have suffered a stroke. The White House has pushed back using statements from Representative Ronnie Jackson, who wrote, "President Donald J. Trump is the healthiest president this nation has ever seen. He is mentally and physically sharper than ever before." That's quite a claim from the same doctor who once described Trump's health in such glowing terms that medical professionals questioned whether he was examining a president or an Olympic athlete. Jackson claimed he continues to consult with his current physician and medical team and still spends significant time with the president, which sounds less like medical oversight and more like hanging out. So we have a 79-year-old president with venous disease, a chronic hand bruise, swollen ankles, and possible stroke symptoms, promoting a video about how cannabis can help seniors with pain, inflammation, and cognitive decline. The timing is either incredibly ironic or incredibly transparent. This also comes just days after Trump briefly shared an AI-generated video promoting medbeds, those conspiracy theory alien healing chambers. He deleted that one pretty quickly, probably after someone explained that medbeds aren't real. But cannabis? That's actually real. President Trump's 18-year-old granddaughter, Kai, has launched her own clothing brand from the White House because apparently running the country leaves plenty of time for fashion entrepreneurship. Kai Trump, Don Jr.'s daughter, unveiled her clothing line on social media last week, featuring $130 sweatshirts with her initials on the chest and her signature at the cuff. The promotional photos were taken on White House grounds, which is either excellent product placement or the most expensive photo shoot location in American history. On Friday, Trump introduced her to the White House press corps, saying, "This is Kai, by the way," while she wore one of her brand's sweatshirts. So we've now reached the point where presidential press briefings double as fashion shows for teenage clothing lines. The sweatshirts are described as plain crew necks, which seems like a modest description for something that costs $130. For that price, you could buy an entire wardrobe at most stores, but then you wouldn't get the prestige of wearing initials that nobody outside the Trump family recognizes. After the impromptu fashion introduction, Trump and Kai boarded a helicopter to attend the Ryder Cup. The timing is particularly interesting since Kai's mother is reportedly dating Tiger Woods, which means this family now has connections to both the White House and the world's most famous golfer. That's either incredible networking or the plot of a very confusing reality show. Trump is already known for selling various self-branded merchandise, and critics regularly accuse him of using his position to promote the family's financial interests. Adding teenage granddaughter clothing lines to the mix just expands the Trump business empire into new demographics. What's remarkable is that we now live in a world where the President of the United States can casually introduce his granddaughter's clothing brand to the National Press Corps, and that somehow counts as normal political news. The White House has become part campaign headquarters, part family business, and apparently part fashion boutique. At this rate, the next State of the Union address might include a segment on upcoming Trump family product launches. My fellow Americans, the state of our union is strong, and my granddaughter's hoodies are now available for pre-order. Today's program was made with the help of a bunch of idiots and AI.